This is Vicky 3 Academy. This is We Play Games. I'm Walker. We're doing a convoy video, a convoy rating video, and we're also doing a market access video. And we've managed, we've got it. So I did juice some of the numbers a little bit here for the UK just to make this fight with the Dutch look more dramatic than it actually is. But as the game continues and you pick up a bigger and bigger navy, you will find that you will have an easier and easier time inflicting like crippling penalties on your opponents with naval raid, with convoy raiding. So I just wanted to like replicate that just to show stuff off for you guys. So if you're doing convoy raiding against an enemy country, then my general recommendation is if you have an entire command over them over the seas, then just go ahead and start doing convoy raiding outside of their capital. That may cause their fleet to come out to attack you, but it might not. And in the event that it doesn't, it'll allow you to just crush their convoys. So let's just pop over to the Netherlands very, very briefly to just take a look at this. So you see that these convoys are being raided in these Dutch supply network. It says C nodes 22, supply network strength 100%, require convoys 1065. But because they're just getting raided into outer space by the British, that means that we're actually not able to get some of the resources that we would normally be able to get out of our market. So this is currently an input good shortage, and it's simply because the stuff that's coming from the Dutch East Indies is getting destroyed en route, and that's going to be represented sort of via this market access penalty. So you see this, there's this market access penalty everywhere. It's not going to tell us like why, which is kind of annoying. Shipping lane effectiveness, there it is. All right, but the shipping lane effectiveness is coming from incredible raids being forced on the Dutch. And so what that can do to an economy long term, if you're inflicting serious market access penalties on the Dutch, you're gonna destroy not only their economy in the Dutch East Indies, because they are not able to get the resources that they need, including like paper or money or guns, right? Like think about how much easier it will be to invade the Dutch East Indies if you can make it so that they don't have any guns. It typically is recommended, if you're going to try to use some sort of choking strategy like this, that you use it for as long as you can, because it will allow you to really crush. Because remember that input good shortages, they tick up towards a certain point, and so you want to get them ticking as high as you can before you use the ship, the navy, for a naval invasion. And that's not because it's the end of the world to do a naval invasion. It's actually very powerful to do a naval invasion, but you can cause the states to just like completely collapse if they can't get access to the resources that they need. There will be serious problems in terms of the economic productivity locally. Let's see if we can we get a graph of the standard of living in Holland? Maybe not, but maybe we might be able to get a graph of our GDP. Yeah, look at the GDP graph for the Dutch as they're getting just convoy raided into outer space. Their economy is starting to collapse. We can pop over here. Similarly to the Dutch East Indies, they actually had an increase when they started getting raided, probably because they were able to meet some of their own demands a little easier. But in any case, it's going to be bad for the homeland to not have access to the raw goods that they need in order to win. And it's going to cause like just an economic catastrophe there. But that's not the only way to create market access problems. Market access problems can come from somebody convoy raiding you into outer space. They can also come from you just simply not having a port in an overseas location. So you see here we have Gambia, and it's out here, but there's no port. In the event that you have a land like that, how on earth are they supposed to interact with the motherland? They literally can't, right? They don't have any shipping. And so if you want to have that thing built, if you want that to be part of your empire, really, you do need to build ports there. And now we're going to have no problem with market access. You can also have market access problems coming from insufficient infrastructure. That's why building those sorts of like railways and stuff is so important. In case I didn't cover like why market access is a problem, it is going to make it so that you do not it's basically a throughput penalty on all of the buildings that you're working with, which means that they are going to consume less products, but they're also going to produce less. And if they have market access problems because of shipping, they can have input good shortages depending on how the route is interrupted. Beyond that, the infrastructure problem is probably the biggest issue when it comes to some of these things, like British Guyana. You do have to make a decision, like how important is a small amount of market access problem in a small area like British Guyana, right? So let's look at, is this going to be, so this is producing 40 gold for us, but in terms of where it's coming from, you see how Guyana is only producing, it's only sending 22 to the capital, which is, you know, the British market is over here. It's only sending 22 into our order from their gold field, despite extracting 40, and it's just because of the shipping access, or the market access, which is exactly why in the event that you build stuff out, I would just go ahead and don't mess around with market access problems. Get them off the board, because your economy is going to thank you for it. It's the easiest way to increase the strength of your economy, is to ensure that you do not have market access problems. And the easiest way to damage the economy of your opponent is to ensure that they do. Look what's happening down here. Look at what is happening down here in the Netherlands. We're gonna blow them up with turmoil. Their entire country is gonna be just collapsed after this. The only thing that's gonna be positive for them is that we are teaching them to survive without the Dutch East Indies, like right now. So I guess that's cool. But whoa, they're not doing too well. They're not doing too hot. All right. That's Walker. That's the follow-up for convoys. I hope for convoy raiding. I hope that was helpful. I will put a link in the other video. All right, take care.